Hey everyone, this is Sean. Welcome back to my channel. I just got done completing a graveyard shift. Anyhow, I've been watching quite a bit of the security channels out there. And a lot of these channels I am not subscribed to. And I just can't believe what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing out there. Some of you are wondering, hey, Sean, what channel are you referring to? I'm not going to leave any links. I'm not going to tell you what channel it is. When we start doing that, and the other channels start finding out, they are going to not listen anymore. If you criticize somebody in public, there's a good chance that they're going to close up on you. That's what I don't want. I want other people out there to open up to the things we say on this channel, not just start closing their ears. It doesn't really matter what channel it is. Also, don't be the helpful person and start leaving links to videos and what channel this is that I'm talking about. Don't do that, guys. I'm asking you not to do that. Anyhow, I saw this channel and this guy gave the worst advice. He gave advice that would cause you to go to prison. And I'm not even making this up. You can't make this up. So he was telling everybody, and he's in California, that you can, as long as you have a firearm permit, you can bring a rifle to the property. He brings a shotgun to the property. And he's able to do that because it's private property. Oh my goodness. It doesn't work that way, guys. So with using that same logic, if it's private property and you're a private security officer, why even have an exposed firearm permit? If you're in California, you need what's called exposed firearm permit to carry exposed. Why even get exposed permit if you're on private property? Because the rationale is, I'm on private property, I could bring a shotgun and I could bring a rifle. Now, when I talk about rifle, I'm talking about rifles that have a rifle rated caliber, like 5.56, 300 black, 7.62, something like that. The logic just doesn't make sense. There is no logic. If you do what this person does, you are going to end up in jail. Then this person talks about California compliant weapon systems that he has. So I'm watching. I'm like, okay, you got the Generation 3 Glocks. Okay, cool. And he has a whole setup at his house. And then he has the AR-15. He has a 10-round mag, and then he has a 40-round mag that is seated in the well of the weapon. And he says that this is California compliant because he bought the magazine during Freedom Week. What he essentially just created by placing a 40-round magazine in an AR-15 configuration, he just created a de facto assault weapon. And he's showing other people that this is okay. Now, for me, I don't care what you guys have. It angers me what they're doing right now to the Constitution. But if you want to end up in prison, then follow this guy's advice. And you might be saying, well, it's not advice. No, he's showing you something. He's showing you what he has. Some people who are not that savvy, that smart, might think, hey, since he has it, I can do the same thing too. I don't understand why he thinks that this is okay. It doesn't make any sense. There's some other channels that I reached out to, and I don't want to come off as the police of the channels, but I rarely criticize people in public. I rather just reach out, hey, you know what, and I'm just trying to be helpful. I'm not trying to hurt anybody. I'm not trying to push anybody's ego. Excuse me, guys. I got something in my eye right now. I'm not trying to push my ego onto others. I'm truly trying to be helpful. A lot of channels are not responsive, and it's hard to get a hold of them. But I'm seeing some things that are not shown correctly, and that can endanger others if they perform the same task. There's a lot of channels out there. Again, most of them I'm not subscribed to. They teach you things, and the amount of positive feedback on those videos is amazing. At the same time, it's disappointing because people don't know better. I'm not trying to toot my horn, guys, but I try the best as I can to be a teacher to all of you guys, to be a mentor. I have 10 years of part-time teaching experience. In that time, every single year, I've had somebody, an administrator, sit in my classroom and critically evaluate my performance. In addition, the students have to fill out a written evaluation on their instructors, and I'm constantly being evaluated on my performance. I have to constantly attend instructor improvement courses. But there's a level of evaluation from a third party. Now, you don't have to be a teacher to teach concepts to people. The best there's some great teachers who have never been in a formalized position like I have, who are great teachers. They're excellent teachers. But let me ask them this: how do you evaluate your teaching abilities and the skill that you are teaching? Where did you learn that from? And who is evaluating what you're teaching? I've attended a lot of firearm instructor courses. You have to do teach backs. And I'm critically evaluated by the instructor, and then they do peer critiques as well. A matter of fact, in order to pass these courses, for me, in order to teach peace officers, sworn law enforcement officers, I had to attend a 2-week course, an 80-hour course. I'm rifle, pistol, and shotgun instructor certified. I can qualify anybody in the state of California who's a law enforcement officer. I had to do constant teach backs. I had to be evaluated, and if I didn't meet those requirements, then I'm out of the course. I'm also a licensed firearm instructor for the private security profession. I can qualify armed private security professionals. To get to that level, I had to attend the NRA, the 40-hour course, not the 4-hour course, the 8-hour course. This is the 40-hour course. It was actually 44 hours, to be exact. And if you didn't meet the qualifications during your course, they kick you out. I mean, they tell you to leave. But there's a constant level of evaluation. And what ends up happening is you might be teaching something and you think it's correct because you have nobody to tell you otherwise. This is actually called a level of unconscious incompetence. You never perfected the technique, yet you are teaching this technique to others, which it places two people on the unconscious competence level. It's really frustrating. Now, unfortunately, because of the tone of my channel, it's really our channel, a lot of people don't want to watch my videos or to subscribe to the channel because, let's face it, I am a political leaning person. I talk a lot about politics. A lot of the other security channels don't want to touch politics. And I have to understand that when I do that, I alienate a lot of people, good people, and they end up flocking to these other security channels out there who are teaching them illegal things. And that's an unfortunate result of me pushing my political views onto others, and I try not to, but I have to, and that's my business decision that I have made. It's just so frustrating. You guys who are well trained, you're probably watching these channels. Maybe you're probably not even watching the channels and just sitting in your seat, just thinking how cringy this looks, how bad this looks, and then you go to the next video. But there's people who choose to subscribe to these channels who are more vulnerable than others. They're just starting off in security and they're repeating the same behavior over and over and over again. So please, if you are going to listen to somebody, you're going to follow their technique, you think it's a great technique, ask yourself, what makes this person qualified to show this technique? Now, I admit that I'm not the best at delivery. I stutter a lot sometimes. Sometimes I have to go through my videos and cut out the and the pauses, because I tend to pause a lot because I just forget what I'm going to talk about. But my delivery isn't the best. I just forgot what I was going to talk about again. Okay, I admit I forgot again. But guys, please do your due diligence. Ask yourself, why is this person qualified to do what they're doing? And I want you to do the same thing to me. Just because I say something, that doesn't mean that it's the law. In my videos, I tend to cite a criminal code, a civil code, sometimes case law. I leave links to other videos. And I do that so that you can verify the authenticity of what I'm trying to tell you. You can determine whether or not I'm credible. And not everything that I say should be valuable to you, should be accurate information. I always encourage you guys to go out there and seek professional training. What I say on this channel is not training. It's not professional advice, not legal advice. Again, it's just my opinion based on 24 years of combined law enforcement, private investigation, and private security experience. But I make mistakes a lot. Make mistakes a lot of the times. Okay? So just do your due diligence out there. And that's all I got, guys. Take care. Looking forward to the discussion.